Welcome back to our channel. In today's episode, we have an intense countdown of the top 10 most chilling cases involving the youngest serial killers in history. Prepare yourself for a jaw-dropping journey into the darkest minds. Let's dive deeper into their horrifying crimes. Number 1. Miss Irresistible turned murderer Christine Paulier, a 17-year-old student from Clear Lake City, Texas, was crowned Miss Irresistible by her classmates. In 2003, she and her boyfriend, Christopher Snyder, planned to steal drugs from their friends. However, an argument ensued, resulting in the quadruple murder of Marcus Presella, Tiffany Rowell, Adalbert Sanchez, and Rachel Colorutis. Christine and Christopher initially escaped, leaving no clues. But an anonymous tip led to their arrest at a hotel in San Antonio. Christine was convicted of 4 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison. Number 2. The baseball bat killer in Jacksonville, Florida, 14-year-old Joshua Phillips committed a shocking act of violence in 1998. He fatally struck 8-year-old Maddie Clifton with a baseball bat and stabbed her to death. Joshua hid Maddie's body under his bed to conceal his crime. The community launched a search for Maddie, and Joshua even participated. However, suspicion grew when a liquid leaked from beneath Joshua's bed, leading to his confession. Joshua claimed the murder was an accident that escalated due to panic. He received a life sentence for his actions. Number 3. The young shooter in Pontiac, Michigan, in 1997, 11-year-old Nathaniel Abraham committed a shocking act of violence that claimed the life of 18-year-old Ronnie Green Jr. Nathaniel was playing with a gun when he pointed and fired it at Ronnie, who was standing nearby. Tragically, the bullet struck Ronnie, causing fatal injuries. Nathaniel was arrested and later convicted of murder. Released at the age of 20, he was given access to a state rehabilitation program. However, he found himself back in trouble with the law for drug-related offenses and is currently serving time, with a potential earliest release date of February 2025. Number 4. The tragic accident or cold-blooded murder. Lionel Tate, a 12-year-old boy with anger issues, was left alone to watch a 6-year-old girl while his mother took a nap in Pembroke Park, Florida. Tragically, the situation took a devastating turn when Lionel beat the young girl to death, claiming he was practicing wrestling moves and that her death was an accident. Despite his age, he was tried as an adult and initially sentenced to life in prison without parole. However, the sentence was later reduced on appeal. Lionel was released but found himself back in custody for the armed robbery of a pizza delivery carrier. He is currently serving time in a correctional facility in Florida and will be eligible for parole in 2031. Number 5. Bullying turns deadly. Eric Smith's story is a haunting reminder of the tragic consequences of bullying. At the age of 13 in Savona, New York, Eric, who had been a victim of relentless bullying by his peers, lured 4-year-old Derek Roby into the woods near the day camp. In a fit of rage and pent-up frustration, Eric struck Derek repeatedly with a large rock, strangled him, and even penetrated him with a stick. Days later, he confessed to his parents, leading to his arrest. Eric was sentenced to 9 years to life in prison, the maximum allowed for juveniles at the time. After being denied parole multiple times, he was finally released in February 2022. Number 6. The disturbing diary entries. Alyssa Bustamante, at the age of 15 in St. Martins, Missouri, embarked on a chilling mission to experience the act of murder. She dug 2 large holes in a nearby forest and ambushed 9-year-old Elizabeth Alton, stabbing her repeatedly. Alyssa then buried the girl's body and covered it with leaves. During her murder trial, Alyssa's own diary entries provided disturbing evidence of her mental instability, revealing her fascination with killing and her lack of remorse. Diagnosed with major depression and possibly borderline personality disorder, Alyssa was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole until 2054 when she turned 60 years old. Number 7. The family annihilation plot. Erin Caffey's story is a chilling example of a teenage girl's extreme actions to defy her parents' disapproval of her relationship. At the age of 16 in Alba, Texas, Erin orchestrated a heinous plan to murder her entire family. With the help of her boyfriend and an accomplice, they entered the Caffey household, shooting Erin's mother and younger brother, and stabbing another younger brother to death. Aaron's father survived the attack. To cover their tracks, the perpetrators set the house on fire. Aaron initially fabricated a kidnapping alibi but was eventually exposed. She received a life sentence without parole for her involvement in the murders. Number 8. The terrifying teenage serial killer Craig Price's descent into darkness began at the age of 13 in Warwick, Rhode Island, when he committed petty crimes like robbery and breaking and entering. However, his violent tendencies escalated, and he eventually committed the horrifying murders of 2 women and 2 children. Price, known for his disturbed and aggressive behavior, remains incarcerated in Ryford, Florida, where he has accumulated additional years to his prison term due to his violent actions. Number 9. The family massacre at just 15 years old. Nehemiah Grigo shocked the world with a brutal act of family annihilation in South Valley, New Mexico. Nehemiah murdered his parents and 3 younger siblings, with his oldest sister, Annette, witnessing the horrifying events. Annette testified in court, recounting Nehemiah's callousness and threatening behavior. Initially sentenced to a juvenile facility, Nehemiah's poor response to treatment led to him being sentenced as an adult. He must serve his entire 30-year sentence before becoming eligible for parole. Number 10. The demonic influence Sean Sellers case captured national attention in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, due to his claims of demonic possession and the influence of the role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons. At the age of 16, Sean was arrested for the murders of his parents and a store clerk. He was convicted and received the death penalty. Despite pleas for clemency from supporters who believed his claims of satanic influence, Sellers was executed by lethal injection on February 4, 1999. And there you have it. The top 10 most shocking cases involving the youngest serial killers in history. These stories serve as a chilling reminder of the dark depths the human mind can descend into. Join us next time as we continue to explore the mysteries of true crime. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more spine-chilling content.